An Arizona state trooper responds to a fatal car crash on a dark stretch of highway. And once she reaches the vehicle, she spots the victim, a young male, early 20s. By the time the coroner pulls him out, he's in his 70s. Same man, same car, and the same seat. She never had an answer. In fact, she still doesn't. Here's her story.
I still remember the smell, before anything else. The mix of burnt rubber, coolant, and something metallic that never quite leaves your nose once you've worked a fatal. I was 7 years in, state trooper, with the Arizona Highway Patrol, and night shift. You get used to the darkness, to the empty highways, and to that creepy silence between calls. But that night, around 4 a.m., I responded to a head-on collision, possible fatal. And this call, I'll never forget. When the call came in, I was the closest, and I remember thinking that it would be routine in the worst kind of way. When I rolled up, my headlights cut across the debris scattered across both lanes. One vehicle was crumpled beyond recognition, and the other is sat in the ditch, with its front end peeled back like it had been opened by a can opener. And the driver, the one who caused it, was alive, barely scratched, and sitting on the ground, dazed, reeking of alcohol. That part told me everything I needed to know about how my night would be. I left him for EMS, and I moved on to the other car. That's when I saw him. The driver was wrong. His body was twisted in a way that didn't make sense at first glance. Slumped over. His upper half was collapsed into the passenger side floorboard, but his legs were still pinned in the driver's seat. It looked like he had been folded. I crouched down, and I shined my light into the vehicle. He was already gone. No pulse, no movement, and from what I can see, what little of his face the shadows allowed, he looked young. Early 20s maybe. Dark, curly hair, matted with blood. I didn't linger. You can't. I called it in, and I noted his position and condition, and I moved on to check for any other victims inside the vehicle, though I already knew that if there weren't any survivors. A few minutes later, the fire department arrived, and they started working the scene, cutting, prying, doing what they do, and I began directing traffic. That's when one of the firefighters walked up to me holding a driver's license. "Hey," he said, "this the driver?" I looked at the photo. It wasn't the same person. The man on the license was older, late 60s, maybe 70s. Gray hair, deep lines in his face. Completely different from what I had just seen. No, I told him immediately. That's not him. The driver's a young male with dark curly hair. And the firefighter looked at the license. Well, I found this in the grass, next to that vehicle. I shook my head. It's not who I saw, but I'll double check. So I did. And this is the part that still sits wrong with me. I walked back to the car. Same position, same crushed frame, same silence. I leaned in again and shined my flashlight into the darkness. And the man inside wasn't the same. He was older, gray hair, same position, same injuries, same lifeless slump in the passenger side floorboard, but not the same person. I froze there longer than I should have, my brain trying to catch up, trying to explain it. Lighting, angles, shadows, or stress. I told myself I must have seen it wrong the first time. I backed away, and I told the fire crew, yeah, that's him. But it didn't sit right. A few minutes later, Once things calmed down a bit, I went to my unit and I pulled up MVD records. I needed something solid, something that made sense. So I typed in his information and I brought up his photo history. And I swear to you, I saw both of them. The most recent photo matched the old man I had just seen in the car. But as I scrolled back through history, there he was, younger, dark curly hair, same face, just years earlier. The exact face I had seen the first time. I sat there, staring at the screen longer than I'd like to admit, trying to rationalize it. Maybe my brain filled in details. Maybe I caught a glimpse. Maybe. But no. I know what I saw. I saw him as he was. And then I saw him as he had been. And for a moment, I don't think I was looking at a body. I think I was looking at a life. I've worked plenty of fatalities since then. Worse ones. Messier. The kind that stick with you for different reasons. But that one still creeps in sometimes when I'm driving those lonely highways before dawn, when everything feels just a little too quiet. Because I don't think it was a mistake. I don't think it was my eyes playing tricks on me. I think, for a brief moment, at 4 a.m. on a dark Arizona road, I saw him the way he remembered himself. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe. And remember, stay safe.